Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Arms Trade Tycoon Tanks, episode number 5 in our Let's Look at the Demo series. I don't know how much mileage we'll have in this one, but yeah, let's keep pushing on and see how far we can get. So right now the Army is just about to propose something for this light cavalry type tank, which we are not at all able to build right now. Just going to the design window and checking out what we already have. We have a hull, but we have no engine. And we have no running gear. The secondary weapons will be easy to take care of, and then we're going to have something which is like woefully undercrewed. It seems a little bit weird, the combination in this case, because there's no way around it, but so we'll just design it and it'll be undercrewed, and I suppose everyone else's will also be undercrewed because there doesn't appear to be any way to mitigate the crew problem. And maybe that was just a fact of this. I don't know anything about the medium weapon tank. I know nothing about it. But maybe that was just the reality of the situation. So anyways, we're gonna need to design some new parts before that one's ready for a full complete design blueprint. So we have our medium whippet already. What we need is either an engine for it or running gear. I'll just do the running gear first. So we'll do the mud chutes, which is gonna decrease the hull width, but it gives us a little bit more mobility. Now, the things we're looking for... Oh, cool. Actually shows it. The things we're looking for on this design are mobility, as always, but firepower soft, which is not unusual. But the new one is reliability. So we're going to look at, this is repairability, so it doesn't matter, separate category from reliability, but we will be taking a look at reliability for the first time. You know, it's nice that the different tasks require different I mean, think if we designed, let's say, an engine that could fit on multiple tanks, and one of them had a reliability requirement, the other one didn't, you really ought to be designing two different tank engines for that. So in this case, reliability, this one has +4 on the bottom tempered steel tracks. I don't think we're going to be able to beat that. Well, it also has +2. What is transportability? Oh my gosh, transportability is also considered mobility, so that's fantastic. This is like a winner almost. I mean, it's almost a no-brainer. Our usual, the snake tracks, is down negative on reliability, otherwise it still has +10. +10 for mobility, pretty darn good, but I'll take the, so this is a net, you know, +10 minus 2 is net 8, and this is a net 10. So it's still better, and it's a little bit heavier but less machine work. So I don't know, I think that when I was doing the math in my head, I think we're going to come out just okay. So I have designed this tank back when the demo was difficult and you had only 16,000 for this contract, which is crazy difficult to meet, but it is possible. Anyway, moving on. So this is just a raw benefit. I mean, it removes 2 from road speed, but gives us more than makes up for it, basically. And that's all we need to do. Okay, so it looks like they have actually changed this so that we can add bigger text windows. So I stand corrected, they have not. Okay, I thought this was actually changed, but never mind. So it looks like they added this white thing, but they didn't do anything else with it. Oh, well, hopefully very soon we can add wider text boxes. They had me fooled. Okay, so I did all this, but looks like we're going to need 1 extra engineer to get this in 1 day less. For 35, if we were... So 12 will take it down to 3 days. But we can actually just go up to... I mean, we have money right now. It's the beginning of the month especially. So why don't we just do this in 2 days? Let's hire enough engineers. So what we had 11 right now, and we need 18. So we need to hire 7 engineers. And then we'll go back. We'll have to throw together the exact same thing one more time. I don't know. There's little micromanagement thing. I mean, little thing. It would be nice to be able to hire engineers. I mean, to save your design, or if it pulled up. Okay, yeah, I have it. I know what they need. They need it so that when you come back into this window, it actually has your last design still here, with a button you can click somewhere to start over. That would be good. And we don't have that yet, though. So let's go back and do it again. And it won't take that long anyway. But there probably is going to be more complicated designs later in the game, I'm just assuming. Where maybe you It might take take a while to do all this. Oh, okay, so I actually... No, yeah, I needed 17. So, I mean, I need 18. So we'll just do this as is. I think that's fine. 2 days. Get her done. Is there any tech? Oh, we actually could have applied some tech. Well, that is interesting. And plus 2% to weight is new. Oh, they did fix this. It's no longer a flat fee. Plus 2% in this case, for us, is enormous. Holy crap. Holy crow. Holy crap and holy cow. Because I didn't want to say the other word. I wanted to say holy cow. Okay, so 1% of this, obviously, 50. 2%, 100. So that basically has doubled the cost of this, of the improved track pins tech in our case. And it's still pretty expensive, especially since we added a lot onto this running gear. We had like 3 modifications on it, which is going to add, all of these will be adding to the raw construction time. Can I actually see, can you let me know what ultimately, it doesn't show the stats anymore. Yeah, oh, okay, we'll just leave it. So now we have all of our engineers ready. The line workers are just ready to go, but there's nothing we can do until we get some more medium carbon steel, which is 1 day away. And then we'll probably just need to run it back and immediately get more medium carbon steel. Because we do have this contract coming up very soon. We expect this contract to be announced where we can actually produce the Mark V prototype. Now the funny thing is, I played ahead in this game to kind of prepare for this episode, and it turns out that once again this Mark I prototype is just like the best thing since sliced bread. It is not as good, just like the previous time when the Mark I Rev A, as I'd like to call it, because that's always the name I chose for it, the machine gun version of the Mark I. That one would have been slightly better for the contract experimental submission, but for the actual prototype building, this one was better, which is why I went with it. Now the Mark V prototype is better when the build contract comes up, and we'll see that, but it's not much better, and it's 2,000 pounds, so money, more expensive, so it's probably not better in the end. Okay, so those line engineers just have to wait 1 more day, and then we'll put them to work. Okay, so brutal. Every time in my own test game, what is this? So 2/3 of 5,500 is, okay, it's more than, it's like 3,800? 3,300? Okay, 4,000 out of 5,500 isn't as bad as I thought, but I was going to complain about it. Let's just do the math. Oh, no, this is 73%. This is almost as bad as it gets. So we got a very, very unlucky roll there. It's always the ones that you do off camera that are good. I don't think that'll impact us, though. I hope not. I'm just going to go ahead and immediately go back. I'm going to take all the mediums. Give me all of it. 13 days for this to come in. We may even have a mind. Oh, look at this. Is Sweden's on sale for some reason? All the numbers are constantly changing. Note that the speed, the days it'll take to be delivered, has just, I feel like, been slashed across the board. I'm not sure if I like that or not. Maybe it makes sense. It's also true with tank deliveries, so we're gonna have to reorient everything. Yeah, so this is higher safety and faster delivery for the same price. I think I'm still gonna buy the Chinese. What are we on right now? This is really funny. 4253. Okay, it doesn't look like it's highlighted there. That's what it's supposed to be. So a little bug there. So the medium carbon steel, this is very important. I think we'll take all 7,800 then. It's as far as I can tell, it's the highest demand for any given tank to be built. So we'll get all of that, and we know that we can get some pretty quickly in a pinch. I think 4,200 would be enough because iron is our big limitation right now. And we have iron being delivered. It's only so many days away. I actually don't know. So And we get this one in 6 days, so it's pretty quick. I don't know how fast. Actually, it's funny. Let's see, how far away is the iron? This is hilarious, although you can tell that the date has been redone. Technically, they say it'll take 6 days to deliver, and we have a shipment which is 10 days outstanding because of the patch rebalance. So our delivery is going to take longer than it would take for a new one to go. If I could just cancel my delivery and restart it, it would get there faster, which is a bit funny, but that's okay. So iron, we're only going to be able to build like 2 tanks with this very limited amount. However, I think I'll still do it, and we have to wait for the next shipment to come in, so I think 5 days is just completely fine. Yeah, we're going to need more iron after this, and can I actually buy iron from somebody else that'll get there a little bit faster? 4 days. It'll get here from 4 days. I think we actually have to do this. Let's first... So this is actually interesting. I guess this is exactly what I want to do. It'd be a bit expensive, but I want to buy enough iron such that after the 2 I build, I can build exactly 1 more at least, because we'll still be waiting that 10 days. So we can slip 1 more, or maybe even 2 more in. So I have to maybe, can I fit 2 more? I guess I can fit 2 more in. If it takes 5 days to build 2, it'll take 10 days to build 4. So I need to build 2 more after this, and I need to make sure that hopefully the high carbon steel is also... Let's see how about the high carbon steel. I think that situation might be very precarious and might be impossible to satisfy. Yeah, see, we have a lot on the way, I hope. 5,000. But it's not going to arrive for quite a while, unfortunately. Alright, sorry about that. Okay, so, yeah, that's what we need to do. Except for, yeah. Well, let's get these 2 underway, but I need to be very attentive to the amount of materials it'll take. So one of them takes 600. Let me actually just screenshot this and put it on my second monitor so that I don't have any potential of losing this. Looks like glass has been introduced too. I don't even think we can buy new glass, but okay. So we know that, excuse me, iron, 594. I have it anyway. So I need 5, so I'm going to need, well, this might even be better to screenshot, is this, because this is what it's going to take for 2. But I'll just trust myself that I can do the math. So let's go ahead and purchase this, and now 5 days, we can get it done in 5 days. We'd actually do less than 5 days if I got more workers as well. Is it worth getting more workers? So, I mean, let's go back, 310. So 310, 155. This is 78. We need 78 workers to complete this in 2 days. And 5 days is probably, we're probably close to where the 5 days happens. I can just go backwards until we get, oh yeah, what the heck? Oh yeah, we're 2 away from... So we're doing really well if we want to finish in 5 days. And since that's when the new shipment comes, I think that we should just be... that should be sufficient. We'll try to get away with this number of staff, since we are basically material limited. Let's go ahead and fire this off. Okay, so that's done. Even though, yeah, again, it's funny, this Mark 1 prototype ends up being a better selling product than the Mark 5 that I just made. But it'll be a better tank in the field, the Mark 5. So, we have that to console us. Now, we have, yeah, we gotta take a look at the materials again now. So, iron, how much is on the way? 4,900. Now, it's not actually going to be 4,900. I do want this. So, in 10 days, 4,900 will arrive. But, I mean, it'll be less than that because it's from a bad place. But, most importantly, I have 300 basically, and I need essentially 1,200. So I need to buy 900, if I did that math right. So we need 900 iron on the double. Yeah, this is good. I think that's good. So 900 plus this equals just enough to get 2 more tanks, if my math is correct. Now, for 2 more tanks, we're going to need 1460 on medium, which we have. Rubber's fine, and then we're going to need 1460 as well for high carbon steel, which we just barely have. So that means we will be able to get the 2 extra tanks out pretty quickly, but yeah, we're going to need to start buying. So we have, what, 7,800 on the way, but how long is it going to take to get here? That's where it's important to... Oh my gosh, 13 more days. And the high carbon steel we can't do anything about. That's just going to be purely our limitation. I mean, I don't think there's any getting around the high carbon steel. This is really unfortunate. If only I hadn't bought the high carbon steel. Like, it's like 18 days out, and it'll only take 10 days if we just would have started again. If we could get anybody else, but they don't have any. Oh gosh. No. We'll have to make do. I don't know. We might be rushing this situation for no benefit. Okay, so we'll have at least at the end of this little period of production, we'll have 5 tanks we can sell. Okay, so I guess we just move on. Alright, our Whippet running gear is up and going. Next thing we're going to want is the engine. Power plant. We want this one, and we want to, although soft accuracy is important, reliability, we'll just cancel that out. So this is plus reliability and plus agility, so that one's better. Plus 4 reliability, that's fantastic. Yeah, plus on mobility, plus reliability, very good. Yeah, a net benefit. I think this top one, repairability, that's not that big of a deal. Excuse me. This is probably the best bet. Range, agility. So this one does have reliability up, so it's plus 2. No, plus 1, I guess. Yeah, so this one's much better. And then this is minus reliability, so this is a net plus 3. This is only a net plus 2. But it doesn't... I mean, it might be worth it in this case. Plus 3... And we've been doing a lot of reliability up things, so this is... I mean, it's plus 3 versus plus 2. Kind of speaks for itself. Okay, and then we have repairability. Yeah, more reliability up. Okay, so I think we're fine to do that one part, which has negative reliability. So this is good to go. Now, do we have tech for this? Good. It makes my life easier when I don't have to think about that. So 15 would be done in 4 days. Sorry, so 15 would be done in would get to 60, which means this would be done in 5 days. Oh, we're looking at 4. That's perfect. We got lucky. So this will be done in 4 days. And I think we'll just leave the name the same, especially because apparently the text box has not been expanded yet. Alright, 4 days, 2 days on the research. We have no engineers waiting around. That's a good sign, so let's keep on pushing. Research is done. Face hardened steel. Let's go back over here. We might need to hire some engineers for the next one. I don't know. Face hardened steel is done, so the next thing we want is this improved chaser hull. It has some nice things like even camouflage. I think that's really cool. Rotating cupola. Is this the... Okay, yeah, this is just a sight. I didn't know if this was a part of the rear cab, a replacement for the rear cab, like a turret, or if it was just something which fits there. I think it's just something which fits on the turrets. I think that's actually worth getting. 290 means what, like 38? 37, okay. So 37, that's fine, we'll do that. Alright. Next thing is in 1 day, we get our iron shipment, which is actually 1 day earlier than we need to get it, which is pretty cool. And 2 days for the engineering part to be done. Alright, at least it wasn't as bad as it could have been. But right in the middle, I'd say. And we can just go 1 more day, and then we'll re-queue up our production. Okay, design, engineering is done, and the 2 are built. Fantastic. Okay, so let's go back over here, and I assume I can get 2 more. Uh-oh. I am a enormous idiot. Of course I can only get 1 because I mean, it doesn't matter now. It doesn't matter so much because, right, we don't have to worry about... We're going to be at a huge lull after this tank is done. We're just going to fire this one off. It'll take 3 days. That's fine. So go ahead and do this. The reason why of course, I'm an idiot. I forgot to account for the fact that we're going to lose material, the safety amount. So we need to go back and just buy, like, 40 iron. But again, there's a safety amount, so let's just buy 100 just to be safe. And that should definitely be sufficient. Alright, so let's buy 100, and that should be enough to get us going. I mean, that definitely will not be... That will definitely be more than enough. I could have done 50, actually, because with this high of a safety number, we're fine. Anyway, it doesn't matter because, again, iron will no longer be the bottleneck. Iron will be, like, absolutely not the bottleneck for a long time after this. I think it's all going to be high carbon steel. So iron, and then we have medium in 8 days. But medium's not the bottleneck even right now. And then, yeah, high carbon is 5,000, and it's still 13 days out. That's quite unfortunate, but okay. There's nothing we can do about it, so we'll just move on. But before I forget, we need to go back and do some engineering designs. So what else do we need? Let's actually go over, and I haven't done this yet. I haven't put together the full light whippet. I mean, I haven't had an opportunity to really play around with it much. So let's put everything in and see what we're missing or what we would like to do better. So we do, it looks like I'm not sure if they've come out with the full design yet. Now the crew situation in this thing is it's just a train wreck. So we'll take a driver mechanic, commander gunner, and a gunner mechanic. I think that's what I want. So we have undercrewed commander, we have undercrewed driver, severely undercrewed gunner, and then undercrewed mechanic. But this is still, I think, the best situation where we have the least number of undercrewed things. I mean, the least severely undercrewed things. We basically have, I mean, look at each of these people, except for our driver mechanic. 2 of our people can operate machine guns. And we have 4 machine guns, so yeah, it does seem like we are horribly undercrewed. But at the same time, it does seem like fitting more than 3 people in that little armored can is going to be very difficult. So, I understand it. Anyway, this is what it looks like right now. Is there a need? Do we have a need potentially to increase anything? So what are we looking at here? Excuse me, again. We have about 1,000 pounds or kilograms that we are free to spend. With these treads, we'll actually hit the limit of the treads before we hit the limit of the contract. So what is it that we need? What is it that... I think this one's already actually sufficient, frankly. I think it's actually sufficient. I'm just going to go with... We call this the medium whippet light. I don't... So let's call it the medium light whippet. Because it is not, in my opinion, medium. I guess it's medium for back then, maybe, but it's such a light tank. And does that mean I'm actually going to design it? Okay, it'll take 12 days. It'll take 12 days with my current engineer number. Which seems like that's okay. Okay. So what's... We go to 18, I think, and it goes up to 13. You know what? I'm not going to sit here. I could do the math, but let's just trust it and say 12 days is sufficient. Let's go. And let me make sure that... I'm pretty sure that that's just fine. Did they solicit? They haven't solicited a contract yet, so we're ahead of the curve. And that's fine by me. Alright. They're getting their free boosts. I'm not sure why or what's happening there. But we have nothing to do, so we'll just continue to advance. Alright, new medium cavalry tank contract. This is the experimental one, I assume? Yeah. So this is what, we have 22 days, and our design will be ready much before that. So if we wanted, I mean, there's still some leeway for us to adjust it. What I guess I'd like to do is go over to that and see what the competitors are putting together. Okay, so this is quite a wide range. The 35 to 63. And we don't know anything more about it. 35 to 63. Well, my goodness, well, this is over. Yeah, it's still to me a little confusing that when they say total mass 18,000, you can't submit something that's even like 18,001. In my opinion, that's just like the nature of government contracts. They're always overweight, so there should be just like a thumbs down for it. But there's going to be every now and then those situations where, you know, the boat can only hold 18,000. It's a really hard limit. I don't think those things happen very often, and even then, I still feel like people are overweight and they have to actually modify the boat instead of modifying the tank. But, I don't know. All these things are abstractions in the game anyway, so. Alright. More iron will be here in 2 days, then we can do our last set of production. And then we'll at least have 5 tanks ready to go, but are we going to have enough? Yeah, and actually it was kind of a waste. Why did I get that iron? We have, you know, 4,900 iron arriving right behind it. I mean, we'll be able to build that tank 1 day earlier, but I don't know how much that matters. Okay, we have nobody available, so let's move forward. Alright, we got our 1, and nothing else we can do about that anyway, so move forward. Alright, we got 99% of our iron delivered. We go back over here. Get this guy rolling. Yeah, so the next limit is now high carbon steel. I mean, iron, sure, but even if we had iron, basically it's saying that high carbon steel would still be the problem. So we'll just get another 3 days in this one. And yeah, we have 5 at least we can sell. I think that heavy one's going to come up pretty quickly. 2 more days on this. One thing we might want to do as well is upgrade the delivery time. I do think that this will be an important thing to do. So let's go ahead and do that. But we haven't got a contract for the tanks yet, right? I don't think I'm mistaken. Yeah, all we have is the medium, you know, the cavalry tank that they're looking for a design to. Okay, wow. Well, 36 would have been 75%, so you can see that we're not very lucky about this one. But it's definitely enough iron for now. Okay, and here it is, the supply contract for the new tank. Oh boy, that's going to be a tough one. I'm not really sure how to deal with that, dang. So it's 8 more days. Maybe I also need to do the building. Well, I already chose my upgrade, but maybe I also need to consider increasing or decreasing the time it takes for materials to arrive. Actually, that's not important now that the game has cut down on that time. I actually kind of not sure I like. I'm undecided. I don't know if I like or dislike the fact that the times have been reduced across the board, and I'm pretty sure that that's something which will change with difficulty. So maybe it just means I go to a different difficulty, and that's good. That's a good thing. I think I played this game pretty efficiently. Maybe I deserve to be on the hard difficulty. So. Okay, 2 days. I don't think there's anything else we can do. We could potentially, like, submit to that contract. Okay, we have 1 more day until the secondaries research is better. So we're kind of done with the whole department. Turret-wise... Well, we only have combined superstructure here, and that doesn't offer us too much. Excuse me. Let's go over to mobility. Durable parts would be nice to have. I think that would benefit us a lot. Yeah, I'll probably end up doing this one. What is this? So if it was 40, 7 times 4 is 28. Yeah, so this is what? Right on the cusp? I'm just trying to make sure that if we got 40 engineers, we would not be able to finish this in less than 8 days. Doesn't look like that's the case. So we're good. Get that one started. More research. And now we have 1 day for the tank, 1 day for an upgrade, 1 day for another upgrade. I wonder if that applies to the design which is currently being done. Because I didn't think about that. Okay, we've got our other Mark 1 prototype, and we should actually... Yeah, we can't build the next one because the hide. Yeah. Okay, so better research in secondaries. Localization Bureau. So this is the interesting thing to me. I wonder if that'll actually help this design which is currently being designed. I don't think so, actually. It probably doesn't. Because when we hit design, we got the final... We got the kind of like final tally in the bottom when we hit OK. Maybe it still does help it. I don't know. But my gut tells me no. I'd love to be wrong because it'll help us, but don't think I am. Alright, 63 workers ready to go, but yeah, when high carbon steel needs to come in first, that's another 6 days off. We're gonna get a lot of medium carbon. So, I mean, should I be buying more? I feel like I should just be better future proofing. We have enough money. There's no reason for us to be getting caught off guard again. So let's get like, I don't know, like 3,700, let's say. 3,700 more iron just to keep us very well afloat in that. Yeah. Oh, what? Oh, that's medium. I was like, wait, we have more? But that's the medium one. There's no more of the Chinese medium carbon steel available. Now, how much do we have? We have 7,800 coming, which is it's quite a lot actually, but yeah, I think we'll just get some Swedish stuff. Maybe, I mean, it only takes 4 days to get here. It's so quick. We'll get 1,100 of it because that's the nearest number I arrived at. Want to make sure that we're good on supplies so we don't have to hit these slowdowns in the future. And then high carbon, yeah, we just gotta wait and then start doing max orders. Get everything we can. Glass. Okay, glass is now available. We have 490 of it. We'll leave that as it is for now. It looks like the rest of them are not part of the demo. Okay, so we just need to wait for the high carbon. And we have no other people. So we definitely can't build this tank. Yeah, so we got 5 contracts available. I'm wondering if I need to just submit. Okay, let's look at the logistics and see how long it'll take me to submit. Oh yeah, I can't until I purchase the contract. So this is kind of disappointing. I don't know how long it's going to take for my tanks to be delivered until I purchase the contract. But when I purchase the contract, when I bid for the contract, I have to tell them how many tanks I can give them. I guess what we need to do is look at the contract and see how many. What's the day count? Yeah, we almost have the medium cavalry tank ready to submit for an experimental. But yeah, here we go. So the Mark 1 prototype once again is just okay. So let's do the math real fast on this. It says this is 9,000. This is 11,000. Basically 2,000 apart. 62 versus 64. So let's just see, if I was to increase the price by 2,000, does the Mark V go below, at, or above 62? Let's go 14,000. Yep, it's below. Which means the Mark 1 prototype is a better option. That's crazy. But it's pretty close in this case. Could it be that it switches over at 40,000? No, it doesn't. Yeah. Yeah, it's a better tank. That's crazy. I mean, we'd be better off building the Mark 1 prototype, and it's also, I mean, besides being cheaper, I think we can build it faster, so we could probably get more of them out there. We get more profit. So, wow, geez, man. But I have already built 5 of these Mark V prototypes, and like I said, I think they'll perform better on the field. So, what's the plan here? I think we're going to do the same thing. We're going to just try to shorten the deadline as much as possible because it does boost our stats. The competitor still has this tank, which is fantastic, 50 to 65. I mean, much better than the usual. So we're going to compete against that, which means that we don't want to drop our... I don't think we want to drop our offer. Like, maybe 55 is the most I want to go down to. Which means... Wow, we can still make a lot of money off this, can't we? Can offer 20,000 per tank. I can't do 8 of them, though. I don't think so. So, when the... What's going to be our limit after the new stuff comes in? I think it'll just be time to build it. I have to do a little math here. And it's going to be approximations. But, okay, I have 5. Can I get 2 more? I think so. And then I'd almost be fulfilling the number that they wanted. 8 is the number they wanted, and I could get 7? I think I can get 7 to them. Oh, I should be on this one. Yeah. Okay, so 20,000, 7, and this will be all due on August the 7th. It is July 16th. And I don't know how long it takes for those to be shipped. When can I start new production? So the main limitation, medium carbon, is going to be in 4 days. So in 6 days I can start producing again, which means on July 22nd I can start producing. I can definitely get 2. I think I can get 3 tanks in and ship them all off. I'm going to go for it. Let's just roll the dice on this one. So I'm going to go ahead and bid that we can get 8 tanks on the 7th, and then I'm going to ask for quite a boatload of money. Like 20,000 seems okay to me. I mean, money's not a huge concern after we won our first contract. That's really nice. I'd like to keep it that way, of course, but yeah, we'll do something like this. 61. We'll try to get all 8 tanks because that's going to be even better for our reputation. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. I'm a crazy man. We'll do it. So we need to get 8 tanks in 22 days. Well, good luck to us. Okay, so we have 63 workers, but no work can be done for, again, a few more days. Now, what I could do, maybe, is just ship off the tanks as is. What I'd like to see... What? Am I not doing a contract? Uh-oh. Is this a bug? Okay, no, it's not a bug. I mean, it's the contract is there, but it's not offering it to me here. Which seems like it's gonna be a problem. I hope this isn't something I have to like restart about. I know the game is getting, patched. There's lots of fixes being fixed. Oh, this was well, add this one to the list. This is pretty bad. Okay, let's just go 1 day. I hope that in 1 day it'll all be resolved. Okay, so we got our medium carbon steel. We got actually this was a good amount for us. 7,000. I may not even need to buy more of that. How much iron did I get? 3,700. Yeah, I guess a little bit more medium wouldn't be bad. I mean, it's just always good to stay ahead of it, right? Yeah. Okay. So, whoa, we already have, oh, we got more. Okay, we already have more on the way, so I covered it. We're good. And 6 days on research, 3 days on that design, so we just keep going. Okay, our thing was accepted, so we need, got it. It needs to get accepted first, right, of course. So somebody hired a new executive. Now we should have this appearing for us, and there it is, of course. There it is, of course. Okay, how long is it going to take for us to ship these? We have 5 available, we need 3 more after that, but it's going to take only 7 days. Wow, okay. But I think that because this only takes 7 days, it's going to take much longer than 7 days for us to get the new tanks built. I might as well ship these off and just make sure that I don't know, there's no problems or whatever. So let's get these 5 out of there. This will take 7 days. All good. And after that, so yeah, the deadline's in 20 days, which means 7 days. We'll have like 3 days rest, and then we get another train of 7 out. You know, another 7-day delay on the next delivery. But all looks good. So 7 days means that we need, oh my gosh, 4. So 7 plus 4, 11. We have 9 days to build 3 tanks. That's doable. I think we actually are going to make it. Amazingly. Okay, well, that's good news. Alright, medium carbon steel came in. Yeah, I think we're doing just fine on that. It's all about the high carbon steel, which we need to wait, what, 2 more days for? Okay. And we have no other engineers. We're still waiting 1 more day on the design. Let's do that. Alright, let's go over to this one because I do want to send it through trials first. Okay, and then we have design. Okay, so now we can design new stuff. Well, I don't actually know what the army is going to need next. So we know that we can submit our medium cavalry tank, and we're probably going to need to build that thing, but we don't know what they're looking at next. So they don't have any other tank concepts going around. I guess we can kind of do our own thing then. We might actually benefit financially. I don't like to be nitpicky with the firing and hiring of engineers. Now that we have enough money, we can kind of absorb the difference month to month a little bit easier, smooth things out. But I don't know how we're going to be able to use all these engineers for designs. Oh, okay, we have the medium Hornet. This is something we can start with. Just finished researching this. -1 stealth, but +4 mobility. I think that's worth it. -1 hull top. So again, this is our cavalry tank type design, which means that I think it's better that we go with. I don't think that armor is going to be an important thing. Let's go ahead and do this. I don't think this semaphore. What is it? Yeah, semaphores. I mean, -2 to stealth is too much to me because that's basically minus protection. This has plus reliability, which is potentially one of the things we really need, so let's do that. We'll take the Skeens ball mounts. And that's all that we can do. I guess we could do this tech, and again, it's now 2%. So we're at 10,000 right now. Does that really mean? Oh yeah, it goes up by 200 per. Ouch. I think I'm not going to do this tech. At least for the first version. We'll do the medium Hornet by itself. 72. Yeah, this only needs to be like 18 or something. And we'll start that project. Okay, 3 more days on that, 2 more days. Okay, I see we're almost out of time, but maybe I can push on a little bit further. 2 more days. 1 more day on, well, that's, oh yeah, higher carbon. Yeah, so let's do this. Alright, thankfully, well, actually this is probably around 98%. So we're allowed to lose 20 per 1,000, basically. And that means we're allowed to lose up to 100. Yep, we're on the bottom half of the expected range, unfortunately. But it's pretty minor. 98% means that there's not a whole lot of variety anyway. Yeah, and this is probably as close to 75% as you can get. I'm actually going to do the math on this one. 3080 divided by 3700 is 83%. So not as bad as I thought, but yeah, again, on the lower half. Alright, so the first things first. Need to get this going on, and I think I might even need to... Oh my gosh, we can get 7 of them. Well, we know how many we need for the contracts. We need 8. So we only need 3. So we're going to purchase 3, but this takes 8 days. Let me see if I can drop that down. So let's do 465 divided by 7. And I would need 67 workers for that. So that's not bad. I get 4 workers, and we should be able to do this in at least one less day. I'm okay with that. Okay, now we'll go back, and hopefully my math was correct. So it used to be 8, now it's 7. Perfect. Then we can ship these off a little bit faster. Let's get those going. And yeah, I think we're going to make this new contract just fine. Okay, so that's underway. And one more day until research finishes. 3 more days for the next part. But this is a good place to call it to a close. So I really feel like we're going to have well, it's 3 more days until those are delivered by truck. And then again, we have a 7-day window. After this is done, it's going to be pretty tight, but this will take us to July 29th. And once those are all finished, it should be only 7 days to ship them by truck over. So that's another 7 days, which means since that's July 29th, we should get there before the 7th of August. So everything's looking good. We'll make a little bit more money off of that, which will keep us really steady, really healthy. But we'll do all that in the next episode. Until then, thanks for watching, stay safe, and take care.